The Missouri governor is granting pardons at a pace not seen since the World War II era. I thought I'd go through a list of some of the Missourians Mike Parson has granted clemency to in his time as governor. Kenny Batson, now a free man and a local pastor, convicted of car vandalism, burglary, DUI, and, quote, nearly beating a man out of this life and into the next. Pardoned 2022, freed from prison, voting rights fully restored. Britt Reed, son of Chiefs coach Andy Reid, convicted of DUI after crashing his truck, injuring 6 total, including sending a 5-year-old girl into a coma for 11 days with a traumatic brain injury. Sentenced to 3 years in prison, Governor Parsons commuted his sentence without consulting the prosecutors or the victim's family, reducing time served to be under house arrest. Mark and Patricia McCloskey, the St. Louis couple, who, upon seeing George Floyd protesters walking past their home, assumed the position outside, rifles in hand, aimed at the peaceful protesters. Convicted of misdemeanor assault, pardoned 6 weeks later. Marcellus Williams, an inmate for nearly 20 years on a murder conviction, who has maintained his innocence the entirety of his prison stay. The prosecutors who originally sent Marcellus to prison had reversed course and have been pleading with the governor to stay the execution, spare Marcellus's life. After admitting they purposefully packed the jury with white jurors, the 2 main trial witnesses were not credible, and new DNA testing found none of Marcellus's DNA on the weapon used. The DNA that was found on the weapon was that of the prosecutors, after they mishandled the weapon without gloves. The victim's family has since come forward begging the governor, the state attorney general, and the state Supreme Court to stop the impending execution. Not obliged. The United States Supreme Court had an opportunity to stop the execution. The 3 liberal justices opined that the execution should not go forward. The 6 conservative justices, 3 of which were appointed by Donald Trump himself, said go right ahead. The same 6 conservative justices, 3 of which were appointed by Donald Trump himself, opined just months ago that Donald Trump is immune from prosecution of any crime he does as long as it's an official act as President of the United States. Marcellus Williams was not seeking to have his voting rights restored, like Kenny Batson. He wasn't seeking to spend the rest of his sentence in the comfort of his own home, like Britt Reed. He wasn't seeking to have his charges completely dropped, like the McCloskeys. He was seeking to remain alive in this world. That was a bridge too far for each Republican with the power to do so. Politics matters in every way. It touches everything. Please vote.